Stefan Diez, it's great to see you here at Belgrade Design Week. Thanks for a great talk. The central question of the conference is future gazing, looking to the future. You're somebody who, as you mentioned, who innovates, who introduces new quality to brands that have been around for a long time, which have a certain heritage. I mean, you're involved in the future-making business, are you not?
Yeah, I think you can say that a bit, yeah. So what was actually a question about, is if I feel good about this, or is it so, or you see my role, or I don't...
Has it always been the way that you work? Have you always kind of taken an innovative approach?
Okay, that's... I think I just found out that that in a way we are driven towards standardization, which makes it more efficient on the one hand, but leaves less and less room for us designers to explore more, new shapes, come up with new stories, and that I really feel as a great limitation for our profession. And then plus combine it with a globalized manufacturing process, it leads to a certain kind of a boredom in the variety of products. And what is also very dangerous, since it's standardized, it's super efficient, we produce too much. I mean, it's like if I use a standard process, I can make 5 chairs a year, so no problem. But then the question is, to what am I contributing except the pollution of environment? And so I try to work the other way around and say, okay, no problem, I do 1 chair in 5 years. And we invest a lot of money, a lot of time in this one project, which is, I think, very sustainable. It's a guarantee that this product is somehow, kept alive for a certain time, for a bigger lifespan. And the most important thing is I have the freedom to design in a very natural way, because, this path of designing a sheet metal chair has not been gone, or has not been kind of used from so many designers before. And that is, I think, what we need as designers. We have to make sure that we have a certain kind of a playground for our work.
And have you, in terms of your career, have you always known where you're going? I mean, the present that we now live in was once, say 5 years ago, was the future. So did things work out as you planned?
I mean, I never imagine the future so in details. I think it's stupid to say, okay, my future should be this and that. I think you have principles and you are just following them, and then things happen out to be okay for you. And in this case, I'm very happy how my situation is now. And I think, but just coming to your first part of your question, of course, it was not my idea to work like this. It was just like more natural an observation from my first projects, and I tried to react on what problems that I had with this. I mean, the first cutlery I did in China was for me a big disillusion, because all my craftsmanship which I put in the models were spoiled by wrong details. I said, okay, fine. I mean, if I want to contribute to the market with a nice cutlery, next time I have to control the process much better than I did. And that is, from all these kind of experiences, I came up in the end with the conclusion for myself that I have to be part of this process, or even better, I control it. I design it, I manipulate it, because maybe you can understand, if I make a new setup, suddenly everybody is just having its eyes wide open and being curious about what's going on, because for everybody it's new, and then you have suddenly a kind of a thrill in the project which you need, and you see in the end in the product on the market.
And one last question. We're here in Belgrade. This question of kind of looking to the future and trying to kind of predict or maybe kind of map certain kind of priorities, or do you think it's specific to this town? I mean, what's your feeling of about being here and where the city's heading in kind of creative terms?
I think I made a big mistake that I didn't plan to stay for all 3 days, because there's a great audience and very nice lectures. of very interesting people, and I would have loved to see everything. And I think especially for the former Eastern Europe, I mean, I've been in Belgrade, I've been in Bratislava and in the Czech Republic and so on. I think it's amazing how you feel the people, the young people here are forcing the future, and that's great.
Great. Stefan Diez, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you too.